Welcome back to Asinine Radio, a weekly podcast where we talk about music, and, well, that's pretty much it. So, let's go!
This is Asinine Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we get into a different band and we listen to all of their records and we rank them from worst to best, and we also give our biggest banger from each of them. But before we do that, we have our 6 degrees of Tom DeLonge. While you're listening, go to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, give us 5 stars on there. Please go do that. All the social media is at Asinine Radio, and we have a Discord server if you want to join that. Hit us up. We'll send you the link. And we have a phone number you can call. Leave us a voicemail. Shoot us a text. The phone number is 503-893-5307. And if you didn't already know, my name is Tyler. And way out there, hundreds of miles away, being super obnoxious, is Jeff.
I was ready to go, baby. I'm excited.
He is. You are excited. So let's start with our 6 degrees of Tom DeLonge. Do you have anything?
No. We did fucking 13 albums this week. No, I didn't do. And this is a band that's from Southern California. Like, why would you do a degree of Tom DeLonge?
I agree. I didn't do one because it's way too fucking easy.
They probably played Warped Tour at the same time.
Well, not only that, but when you think about it, the drummer, Mike McMahon? What was his name?
Byron McCracken.
Yeah.
Bert McCracken.
He's one of the backup drummers for the Vandals in case Josh Freese can't play. So, got that. To the Vandals, to Josh Freese, to Blink. So easy peasy right there. So let's just get right into it. So Pennywise have 12 full-length albums, and so we're going to rank those as well as the compilation 1988, which is the 2 EPs on one album. So we're going to add that into the rankings as well because we could do whatever we want, and you're going to have to deal with it. So what do you got for number what?
And I just looked it up as you were, I don't know what you were saying, but I just looked it up, and yeah, Blink and Pennywise played Warped Tour like 5 times together.
Of course they did. Come on.
So yeah, it's silly.
They're way too close.
Dude, imagine going to a Warped Tour and you like see Blink in the mid-90s and then you go and like see Pennywise right after. What a fucking life.
What a time to be alive, honestly.
Come on. Oy.
All right. So, yeah, like I said, we're going to rank 13 things. And honestly, I think our bottom maybe 6 or 7, we're going to get through very fast because there's not a lot there. So what do you got for number 13?
Oh, you didn't say go. That's fine.
Go.
My 13 is the Fuse. Or the Fuse. Or the Fuse. The Fuse. This is their 8th album, 2005. This was when we graduated in high school. So this is when this came out. But this one is my least favorite because I don't remember a goddamn thing from this album. After this was over, I couldn't recall anything. Nothing. No melodies, no guitar parts, nothing. I got through this 35 minutes and... You know, like when you're driving on a road trip and like the last hour, you realize, like, holy fuck, how did I get here?
Yeah.
Like, you just completely zone out. That is what happened with this album.
That's like when I drive to your house. It's like when I drive to your house.
Like
I don't remember half the trip.
You're like, how the fuck did I get here? Yeah, I have no recollection of this record.
All right, that's fair. So you have no banger. That's fine.
Absolutely. Maybe it's a perfect album. I have no idea. I have no fucking idea.
All right, so my number 13 is... their 12th album, Never Gonna Die. I remember nothing from this. This is just... I really don't, man. It's not that it was bad. It's just it sounds like everything else. I mean, outside of a few of the Pennywise records, everything sounds the same. And then even on those memorable Pennywise records, there's a few songs that just bleed into each other. So, 13 is Never Gonna Die, and I got nothing else on it. I really don't. Forgettable. So what do you got for 12?
12, From the Ashes, their 7th album, 2003. This was a tough one because it's, again, I don't think any of these are bad albums. Like, they're not bad albums. They're just, like you said, they're just more of the same. More of the Pennywise formula. The only thing memorable on this one is the acoustic intro to one of the songs. And, like, Jim's done acoustic stuff before. So, like, it's whatever. I don't like it. But that's why this is so low, because I don't like the acoustic stuff that he does. I just don't think it translates well. And this, I don't know. This album reminded me of a blend of Pennywise and Bad Religion, and so I didn't really like it.
Right.
Don't like it.
Yeah, you're not a Bad Religion, man. That's okay though. All their music sounds the same too. All right, so my number 12 is Yesterday's, the 11th record. I mean, there's really no reason why these two records are here, or ranked at this spot, because I couldn't tell them apart from one another. I just couldn't. There's nothing. I was kind of just spaced out. I don't remember anything from it. So I got no banger, got nothing memorable. I know this is boring, but
it'll get good.
Yeah, no, it'll get good, definitely. But
this next one's going to be good.
Man, it's okay. So what do you got for 11?
About Time, their third album, 95. This is contested by some diehard Pennywise fans as like their best album. Like this one gets thrown in the ring, and dude, since I've listened to Pennywise, I have never understood this album. I've never thought this was good. It's no different than anything else. I've never liked this album. I don't think these songs have any memorable melodies. This is just like, I don't know, Pennywise. This is just run of the mill, formulaic Pennywise. I don't know. I respect him for still cranking out like aggressive punk album after album after album. That's cool, especially in the mid '90s. That's fine. I like it. But About Time, like, come on, guys. It's not a great album. It's not top 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Pennywise even.
I know. I can't believe that people like it that much.
Dude, people die for this album. Like, they fucking love this album.
It's so
friend
bizarre.
Friend of the pod, David. I think this is either his number 1 or number 2.
What?
Yeah. I know. I know.
Okay. All right. So then, do you have a banger off this one?
I like the song "Perfect People," but I don't even know how it goes. So
doesn't surprise me. Does not surprise me whatsoever. All right. So my number 11 is the Fuse, the Fuse, as some might say. It's their 8th record, like you said. This one, I had never even heard of this record. I never knew this existed. Never seen this album cover. Nothing at all. And once again, the music, I don't remember anything from it. Listening to it, I thought I was still on one track. I was 2 songs later. I didn't even realize it. And yeah, I got nothing else on the Fuse. I'm telling you, I hate doing this, but fuck, man, there's just so much of the same. So that's my number 11, the Fuse. What do you got for 10?
Never Gonna Die. This is 2018. This is recent stuffs here.
Yeah. Why is it so high for you?
Dude, this was like their most NoFX sounding album they've ever done. There's so many things about this that reminded me of like the Valium to Wolves era of NoFX. And like, not that it's a bad thing, but it's just it's so uneventful, and I don't care. Like, if I want to listen to this era of NoFX, and I will just listen to this era of NoFX. This wasn't a bad album. It was like, dude, what the fuck? This was stupid. This was dumb. This was silly boy talk. But I don't have a banger. But I did think the song "She Said," and like when you edit the pod or whatever, you can listen and think of, affirm what I'm saying or call me crazy. Mm-hmm. But the melody to "She Said" when he's singing it reminds me a lot of Mark's verses, like the melody in "Heart's All Gone."
Okay.
Dude,
I don't remember the song, the Pennywise song, but I really want to go back and listen to it.
Yeah, for sure. Like as you edit it or whatever, listen to the song, and I don't know. Like when I was listening to it, I said, "Dude, this is fucking Heart's All Gone." I swear to God, this is it.
Okay, I'll go back and listen to it in post.
In post, baby.
All right, that was your number 10. Let's see. My number 10 is From the Ashes, their 7th record. Once again, man, I got nothing.
Okay.
I got no notes. I really don't. I got no notes. So.
That's fine. I got a lot of notes for the like my top 6.
That's fine. Yeah. I mean, I have quite a bit of notes. My top 6 as well. So, okay. So yeah, what do you got for number 9?
Yesterday's, their 11th, 2014. Again, not a bad record. There's some memorable stuff here, so it's just a little higher than everything else. There's an instrumental track like that alone is a really cool, fun track, but they've done them better in the past. Otherwise, the album is just a little too pop punky for even me, and the songs just aren't catchy to be that pop punky. So it's just not what I'm looking for. It's not what I want. It's not good enough to turn my head. But the last track on this it's I Can Remember. That's the song name. Dude, this is just classic Pennywise gang vocals, sing along closer song, baby. It's a fucking good song. It was a banger. I was very surprised. I loved it, even if it was a little pop punky.
I will say though, they're a band who have been so consistent from a production mixing sound wise. Like, not only are the songs all the same, but how they're recorded and produced are almost identical to one another. Every record.
Yeah,
it's pretty remarkable. For 30 years, they pretty much sound exactly the same.
I think one of the guys that did most of their later albums, also produced a lot of like Alkaline Trio and a lot of Aquabats. So there's a lot of like different sounds, just even from a producer standpoint of what's going on here. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that is. Gives it a little bit of a flair, even though, we have nothing positive to say about him.
I mean, I have nothing negative to say about him, though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it wasn't a terrible listen through, but it wasn't memorable whatsoever.
It's more like fuck, this is what you like?
You're gonna keep putting this kind of music out?
Okay.
All right. So my number 9 is About Time, their third album, and I'm with you. I don't know why this album is so popular. Why fans die for it? They would die for it. It's just. It's cookie cutter Pennywise. It still has a little bit of that kind of rawness from their EPs and that first record, the self-titled. But yeah, man, I might as well listen to the first Pennywise record, or I might as well listen to Straight Ahead or something. I don't need About Time. It's forgettable. Honestly, it's forgettable. So that's my number 9. So what do you got for number 8?
Number 8, All or Nothing. Their 10th. So let's go back a little bit. So their bottom 5 here. I think we have the same bottom 5, just in different order.
I'd say so.
Yesterday's you have on your bottom 5, right?
Yeah, I do.
Never Gonna Die.
Yes.
About Time, you just said.
Yes.
From the Ashes and The Fuse. Yeah.
Yeah, our bottom 5 are identical.
Yeah, so who cares? So this one, you're probably going to name your number 2 because you're a cuck. But yeah, All or Nothing. We'll this is their 10th album, 2012. We're missing Jim. We got Zoli over here on Vox. And the music is still pretty Pennywise, but definitely a lot bouncier, which makes sense because Zoli doesn't have the same stern tone as Jim does.
True.
It's, you can't crank out another Pennywise album with a different singer because it would just be weird. People wouldn't like it. True. And it's not a bad album. It's just not what I'm looking for when I listen to Pennywise. I think it's just a little bit too different.
Okay,
but
fair.
I also thought that sometimes when his aggressive yells, I'm talking about Zoli, he sounds like Dustin from Thrice.
Does he?
At all? You get that?
I've never made the connection, but maybe if I listen to it again and think about it, then maybe I can make that connection. But
for one, he yells a lot. He probably thinks he's in the fucking Offspring or something, so he's constantly yelling. But when he aggressive yells, I swear he sounds like Dustin. Like a growl
kind of yell.
Yeah, like that gritty type of yell.
I don't know. I'd have to listen again because I didn't make that connection when I listened. But I'm really curious about that. All or Nothing. There you go. The only album he did.
You got two homework assignments in post.
I do. Yes, I know. She Said and All or Nothing. Dustin. There we go. All right. So that was your 8. Yeah, that was your 8.
8.
My number 8 is Unknown Road. Second album. This has some of the grittiness, the snottiness of the first record, but way more polished, way more cookie cutter Pennywise. Not a bad record. Nothing really memorable, but you could see them evolving into more of a melodic band and stop taking chances at this point. Because their first 2 EPs in that first record, they were doing genre jumps and doing weird things here and there. But yeah, this is pretty much cookie cutter, for the most part, cookie cutter Pennywise. So that's what I got for number 8 is Unknown Road.
Okay.
So what do you got for number 7?
For me, Unknown Road. Yeah, their second album, 1993. This is just. I think this is a good album. Like at this point, price permitting, I'd probably buy all of these, all my top 7.
Wow.
I would. And
Holy
Unknown
shit,
Road.
Just get all for nothing. All or nothing. Just get all or nothing.
That's not going to happen. I would probably never buy that. But like I do think this is a good album. I do. I like this album. I just think it's a weaker self-titled. The energy and aggression is still here, but I'd rather just jump back to self-titled because, I mean, obviously I haven't mentioned it yet, but that's a great album. There are some really good songs on this though, like Time to Burn. That is a classic, iconic Pennywise track. That's like a deep cut for the true Yeds because it's a crazy popular song and it's really good. But Unknown Road, it's a good album. It's a good album. And they're releasing a beer for Unknown Road through El Segundo Brewery. Yeah.
Okay. Is it going to be a lager or something? I can see them putting out a lager, not an IPA.
They are putting out I think a golden ale.
Oh, okay.
Because they wanted something that tasted like malt, like there's something malty and beer tasting, but they didn't want to do anything hoppy or an IPA. They wanted it to be crushable, but they wanted it to taste like malt beer, essentially.
So like a King Cobra or something.
Yeah, which I think that fits Pennywise super well. I think that's fucking.
I think
dope.
it does too. Yeah,
I like that. So
I like it.
You keep your eyes out for this beer because I
it'll probably
see
hit
it out here.
It'll probably hit California before it ever hits Arizona. So
yeah, but the label on the can is the same artwork for the album artwork, Unknown Road. And if you buy like a 4-pack or a 6-pack or whatever, you get a download code for just the instrumentals of Unknown Road, which is kind of cool.
That's weird. I mean, I imagine that's probably pretty boring.
Well, I'm sure
the same Fletcher riffs over and over again.
I mean, I'll get into these riffs later on, but I think it's cool to offer something like that you, I assume, can't get anywhere else. And it's who cares? Like it's unique. It's instrumental tracks from a fucking album that's not their greatest. Who cares? But I like it. I think it's cool.
All right, my number 7 is Reason to Believe. Their 9th record. The only reason why this one stands out more than everything I've said before is because it's a lot more metal influence. It's a lot heavier than I think really anything I've heard from Pennywise. There's some heavy songs on here. I mean, or heavy part. I don't want to say heavy songs, but heavy parts. I don't have a favorite song off this record, but I just noticed listening to it. I'm like, wow, this part's actually really cool. I never knew Fletcher could play something this kind of heavy. He's just never done it. He's always just a fast guitar player, fast riff player. But there's some cool moments on this one. But outside of those metal moments, which, like I said, I've never heard them do before, it's typical Pennywise. But it's cool. It's a cool record. Reason to Believe, my number 7.
Damn, so, still no bangers.
No bangers.
Still no bangers.
My next one has a banger.
Okay.
So what do you got for number 6?
Reason to Believe.
Okay.
I feel like I'm just like chasing you at this point.
I know.
Yeah. This is their 9th album, 2008. This is one of the more surprising albums that I listened to by Pennywise because, this is the most metal they've ever sounded.
Right. Okay. So I'm not crazy.
Dude, there's a couple really good bangers on this album. I like We'll Never Know because it has Jim like fluctuate his voice in a way that he rarely does, and he's never done it like this.
Mm-hmm.
And there's cool backup harms in it. And I was reading like the bass player Randy had a big hand in writing the album, and like the band as a whole wanted to go kind of back to their early days of writing as like a punk band rather than like the Pennywise band. Because I mean, there's two kind of different things there. But if that's true, and I listened to Randy's other band too, One Hit Wonder this week.
I've always heard of them, but I've never listened to them.
Yeah, it's whatever's. It's fine.
Okay.
No big deal. But dude, you're right. Like this for sure. This is the most metal they've ever done, and it's pretty damn good. But as long as we can, that's the opener. That's the opening track. That one is my favorite, but only as it leads to One Reason, the second song. The opening swells in, which is kind of lame. I think that's lame to do that, a swell into the opening song. Weak. Mm-hmm. But afterwards, it drops into like a really great like hardcore punk song, and it bounces in the same way like all them early AFI songs bounce around and are super fun. And then that second song is like, dude, it's just some like super hardcore like Slipknot riff shit. Like it was so good. I've never heard Pennywise be this like aggressive, this metallic aggressive on an LP. This was unbelievable.
And they've probably never done it since because this record didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, and they'll never do it again.
Yeah. I do remember seeing this album being promoted a lot on MySpace at the time. Like, because remember MySpace at this time was kind of on its way out.
Yeah.
But they were still promoting a lot of shit on their MySpace at the time. So I remember seeing this cover a lot.
Yeah. This was like their attempt at like return to form, just classic era Pennywise, like Jason Thirsk era Pennywise writing songs and being punk and aggressive and stuff, I guess.
All right. So that's your number 6.
Yeah.
My number 6 is Full Circle. This is their 4th record. The only reason... Yeah, I know.
What in the fuck?
What? Where do you think this should... Wait, did you already say Full Circle? You didn't, right?
No. But like All or Nothing above Full Circle? Are you crazy?
Yeah, Full Circle is my number 4.
Are you fucking high?
I feel like at this point, this is where they're kind of getting into more the straight up melodic kind of Pennywise that we hear on Straight Ahead and Land of the Free. And so
that's good.
This is like the beginning of that. So it was nice not hearing as much cookie cutter Pennywise. And I do have a favorite song on this one, and it is Get a Life. Because damn dude, that song is fucking fast. That bass is turned up so loud in the mix, and he's just like, he fucking is just kind of going all over the place sometimes. He has some amazing transitions and parts in this song. I think that song is absolutely killer. Get a Life.
It's a banger of a song. Absolute banger of a
fucking song. So yeah, that's my number 6, Full Circle. So what do you got for number 5?
Wow.
Oh wow.
Number 5 is the EPs. Wild Card, Word from the Wise.
Okay.
That's number 5. I don't have anything like really negative to say about this. I think these are great. These are what got me into Pennywise.
What?
Specifically, it was Stand By Me got me into Pennywise, and then it was Straight Ahead, and then right after it was Land of the Free. I almost didn't do the thing, but I don't hate these. These are fun to listen to because Pennywise has made a name for themselves as being Pennywise. They have one sound, and they do that sound for 20 plus years. When you listen to this, you just think like, what the fuck? What, like when did when did the transition happen? And I like the transition because they put out some amazing records, and I don't think this sound could have lasted as long as they do now. There's no way. But these are fun. These are fun songs. There's a bunch of covers on here. They do a Black Flag cover. They do a Stand By Me cover, and I think it's great. I think it's just like really great, fun, kind of like younger kid, like JFA style, like just younger kid punk music.
Yeah.
Like I think it's great. I love it. I've always loved these, and I don't know. It's number 5 because
number 5.
It's not an album. You're lucky I even fucking put it in here.
It should be. It should be an album.
You're like, I even put it in here and fucking want to do it.
All right, so my number 5 is All or Nothing. Finally, right?
God damn, finally.
You really thought this was gonna be like my number 2 or something?
Yeah, because you're the worst.
You're such
the worst. You think like Korn's live renditions of "Falling Away from Me" is like the best thing ever.
Oh boy, yeah. So All or Nothing, 10th record. Like you said, this is the only album that Jim didn't sing on, that Zoli, the singer from Ignite, sang on, and I like this one. I like how it is. It is a little bit lighter. It's not as aggressive sounding. And it was just so nice to not hear Jim sing because damn dude, he gets so tiresome. Like he is by far the worst part of the band. Like 100% the worst part of the band.
There's no worst part of the band. He's the least best.
Jim is, but and he gets very tiresome very, very quickly. So it was nice hearing Zoli come in because he does have a lot more range than Jim does. He tries to shake it up a bit and do something a little bit different. And that's what I like about this record. It's not all the same cookie cutter songs. I mean, there are some songs that bleed into one another, but this album is just more exciting for me, honestly. I think it's a solid album. I don't have a lot of complaints about it, really. I think for what Zoli came into and how massive Pennywise is in the scene, to come and do this record is very, very impressive. And I mean, he comes from Ignite, which is a very popular band in the scene, but nothing compared to Pennywise. And filling Jim's shoes is insane. And I think it even got to him to the point where he called Jim and said, "You should come back to Pennywise. Because I'm quitting.
Like, fucking broke his back, dude.
He broke his
back surgery, and he didn't want to do it no more.
Yeah. So yeah, then Jim came back after this. So yeah, that's my my favorite song off this is "Let Us Hear Your Voice," the single, man. This is, you know what, I'm gonna fucking say it. This is my favorite Pennywise song. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
The fucking worst.
When I heard this song on I heard the song on K-Rock.
How could you possibly think that song is like better than even their mainstays? Fuck Authority, Bro Him, Alien. No. Like, are you crazy?
Yeah, I love Alien too, but
God, you were the fucking you have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't think you've ever listened to the song. You haven't. Like, what's going on with you right now is that you're such a Pennywise cuck that you think anything outside of the norm, outside of the cookie cutter Pennywise is terrible, and that's why you're saying that.
No, dude, I ranked All or Nothing my 8th best.
I know, and
5 other albums that were worse than that.
And that's still too low. But yeah, All or Nothing, Let Us Hear Your Voice. That's a fucking
nothing
song,
from
dude.
All or Nothing is better than Bro Him. Nothing from All or Nothing is better than Fuck Authority. Nothing from All or Nothing is better than Alien.
Okay.
Right. Your opinion is wrong. I'm sorry. It is. It is what it is.
Well, you're throwing a lot of no-nos out there right now,
dude. I'm all discombobulated.
So what's your number 4?
Pennywise is Pennywise, their first album, baby, 1991. Ooh. This is a powerhouse of songs. This is all like my top 4. I for sure want to and will buy on the vinyls. Full Circle is getting like a repress pretty soon.
Okay.
On the on the boards, I've seen people talk about it. Amazon has it up for pre-order.
Okay.
But yeah, dude, the Pennywise is Pennywise. This is like setting the standard for what a good punk band should just sound like. This is a period of like SoCal punk rock where, dude, like they didn't know what they were getting into. Like they shook them. They shook them, baby. This is like Minor Threat punk stuff mixed with Black Flag aggression, all while bringing this fun and angry energy to like every single song on this album. Every single song on this album is just absolutely fantastic. This is something that people were not prepared for. And for them to jump from their EPs to this sound, like, fuck, man, that is unreal. That is unbelievable. This album is so goddamn good. It's so good.
It is. It really is.
It's so good.
I haven't said it yet. That's why I haven't said it yet.
So, like, Come Out Fighting, that's damn great. Damn great song.
Come Out Fighting.
It's so good.
Catchy.
It's so good. And like, I like the Vandals doing it. I think that is great. This is obviously they covered this song. It's different. They do their own thing and I love it. But like when Jim is singing this one, it's to die for. But
it's fucking great, man.
But come on, my guy. Like, if you Bro Him. Who doesn't like Bro Him?
I like Bro Him.
This is so good. You're so fucking.
I like Bro Him.
Your brain is poo. It's all pooed up. To think that anything from All or Nothing is better than Bro Him. That's just insanity. Absolute linsanity. It is. Yeah. It's linsanity.
You better stop. I'm
gonna go through all the fucking no list.
Go through all the no.
I can't even right now. I can't even.
You better not.
This song is a staple in the punk community. A staple.
I agree. It is.
Dude, and like nostalgia too. Like just any Anaheim Ducks hockey game, right? Every time they score a goal, they play the fucking song.
It's
God
fucking
damn
rad.
it, Tyler. God damn it.
I think it's fucking. It's a great song. Absolutely.
The fact that you chose any song from All or Nothing is it just shows your true colors. It shows your true colors.
It just shows that I think outside the box and I'm more open-minded.
It shows that you're trying so hard to be like sophisticated and pretend to the world that like like you have some complexity to you, but really everyone just sees you as a fucking a goblin. You're a goblin.
It's like the worst insult ever.
That's all I could think. That's all.
It's like the most childish.
Off the cuff. That's all I could think of. You're a fucking goblin.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, man, I just cannot even believe that you. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, it's the way she goes, boys.
At least 3 out of your top 4 are correct.
We'll see. So your favorite was Bro Him and Come Out Fighting. So
yeah.
There you go. So my number 4 is Pennywise's Pennywise. First record. I love the snottiness that they still had on this record. It was definitely more polished. It was a step up production wise from the first 2 EPs. And this is like just a great combination. This is a great bridge and combination of what they were and what they were about to become. And I think this is a solid record. This is where we're now at the point where I would get all these records on vinyl. My top 4 on vinyl. And 2 of them I have on vinyl now. So this one I don't yet. But no, this is a really good punk record. And my favorite song is Come Out Fighting and Bro Him. They Come Out Fighting because I know that song mainly because of the Vandals. And it wasn't until probably very recently where I realized, oh shit, this is actually a cover. It's not a Vandal song. But I love the way the Vandals do it. It's so goofy and so much fun. And Pennywise are still really fun with their version. But yeah, it's like you said, it's a little bit more serious because Jim has a more commanding voice than Dave does. But yeah, no, this is a solid fucking record. Come Out Fighting. And of course, Bro Him. I mean, come on. You're a straight silly boy.
You're a straight silly boy. If you think that anything from All or Nothing is better than Bro Him, you legit think a song from All or Nothing is better than Bro Him. That's what you said.
That is correct.
That is stupid. Yes. That's what that is.
No, it's called being smart. All right. Yeah, so that's my number 4 is
that's what that's called, yes. Goblin. You are. Fucking goblin. Oy.
Oh my god. So yeah, Pennywise is my number 4. So what do you got for number 3?
Number 3, Full Circle. Their 4th album, 97. This is their first album after Thirst died. This is I thought Jason Thirst was a good bass player. I think Randy is better. I think just given more time, from a
technical standpoint,
I guess maybe like Jason would have been better. Obviously, wasn't that much time, but dude, the bass playing is just it's super solid. They're now cemented. They are now like mainstays in the punk scene. They are now like the Vandals type of punk band that are pretty much like untouchable. They really are. Yeah. And still to this day. I mean, it's not just because of the music, but the lore and the actions of Pennywise too. But this album rips, man. It rips, and it's like pretty heavy sonically and lyrically. It's heavy. It's dark. This is like the name of the album, Full Circle, coming off of like a horrible suicide from a friend in the band. Like I can't even imagine what it's like to start a band, put out 2 albums, start gaining a bunch of traction, put out like another album, everyone's starting to like you a lot, and then like, dude, your bass player like fucking shoots himself and he's dead. And he's now dead.
Not even in the face or the head, the chest.
So like, what do? Do you continue on? Do you? I don't know. I have no fucking idea. And so, dude, my banger here is Bro Him again, for different reasons.
Oh my
god!
Because
Bro Him from Pennywise.
Any other band you would have.
Because it's different. They redid it. This is his song. This is Jason Thirst's song.
I know.
And who even knows, honestly, because writing credits at that time, who knows, really? I feel like, blasphemous, I guess, or shoot me. But I feel like after he died, maybe they gave most writing credits to him.
Probably.
Just to do it again. But that's being negative for no reason other than being negative. But I don't know. This is a band that is dealing with death, and now they are really maturing into their own. They're writing music together that is more complex than their previous outputs. Like Fletcher is doing some cool stuff with his riffs that are just more diverse than previously. And we've heard him do like a lot of cool soloing and a lot of cool kind of like wanky stuff with the EPs. But then we don't really hear it like bleed into the first 2, 3, 4 albums. But Full Circle, man, this Full Circle is this is like their debut album. And what better way to like start the new chapter of Pennywise than to redo like a punk staple? And like Broham was not as popular then as it is now.
No.
And this is only 97. So Broham is not as popular as it is now. They redo the song. They shout out Jason Thirsk. You know, there's a lot of money being donated. There's a lot of time and energy being put into like the Thirsk family. I think this is just a great album. I think Broham was a classy touch on an old song that they redid in a classy way to kind of both acknowledge like a fallen brother, but then also start a new chapter. And I think Full Circle is fantastic.
It's a solid record. It really is.
It is so good. It is. It should be top 4 for you. I don't understand why it's not. That's fine.
I told you why. Because All or Nothing is better. But okay.
Oy.
Oh, it makes you so mad. But whatever.
Because it's so silly. It's so silly.
But it's so true. It's so true. They're just a silly band. Let's see here. What do I got? My number 3 is Land of the Free.
Dude, why? How the EPs are not that good?
Well,
they're not top 2. Like, what are you talking about?
We'll see. Yeah, Land of the Free is it's their 6th record. This record, honestly, Land of the Free and Straight Ahead, they're only in my top 3 because there's a lot of nostalgia there. I mean, I listened to these 2 records a lot in high school. These were really the only 2 Pennywise records I ever listened to. So there's a lot of nostalgia. There's a lot of just fun related to it. And this is when they were at their catchiest and they were at their most popular, I guess, because, you know, Alien obviously was a huge hit. Victim of Reality was huge. Land of the Free. Or no, not Land of the Free.
You love that so much, don't you?
Fuck Authority was huge too. So I don't know. There was it was just a cool time for punk music at the time. And then on top of that, you know, you had Offspring come out with Americana, Conspiracy of One. It was just a really solid fucking output of this kind of punk music, and that's really why these 2 records are as high as they are, because of that and just where they sit in time. So Land of the Free is my number 6, and my favorite song is the title track. So it's a good one. It's just like it's just a good aggressive anthemic during the chorus kind of song. There's some really great guitar leads. The drum fills are fucking top notch in this song. Yeah, dude, it's a great fucking track. Great album. I love this album. And I have it on vinyl, so that's rad. What is wrong with you?
Just okay, that's fine.
So what do you got for number 2?
Land of the Free? Land of the Free?
Okay.
I'd say weird when I'm pressing for it.
Yeah, you really go for the high note when you say free.
Land of the Free?
Free?
See, the more I say, it just sounds weird.
Well, what happened? I mean, they put a question mark there, so you have to ask it like a question.
Yeah, we're still talking about that question today, 21 years later.
It's true.
This is second tier iconic Pennywise. If we talk like Full Circle is like it's our second generation, I should say. Like Full Circle being first generation iconic Pennywise, Land of the Free is second generation iconic Pennywise. Besides Broham, like Fuck Authority, that is their most popular song. Fuck Authority might be their most popular song. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
I probably back and forth. But this album is just it's chock full of bangers. And they're melodic and they're pop melodies with sludgy guitars. They're at the top of their writing here, honestly. I always see punkers complain that like Pennywise would eventually become a more pop band than like the true punk, but like it's no different than most of the shit Bad Religion put out, fucking album after album after album. So get the fuck out of here. I love this album. There's a few tracks on here that are a little bit weak, and Jim sings, and it's some type of ballad shit. But the first like 8 or 9 songs, honestly, just perfect. They're perfect. They're banger after banger after banger. But then there's only like a couple after that I'm just not that into. Yeah. Otherwise, dude, this album is unreal. This album is absolutely unreal. And they're not even talking about the nostalgia with me. Like I got Straight Ahead right before Land of the Free. Free?
Okay.
it's the free? Like that part. I don't know why I say it so weird. I got Straight Ahead right before Land of the Free came out. And so that's why Straight Ahead is my favorite. But I want to say like Fuck Authority is not my favorite song from this album because that's cliche, and I'm gonna try and pretend like I'm Tyler and pick something else that's a good song, but not the classic Pennywise song. But Fuck Authority is my favorite. It is.
That's
fine.
Yeah, that's
it's a
fine.
dope song, and it makes me fucking laugh. It makes me smile every time I hear it. And the gang vocals, like the blatant disrespect, everything. It's all good, baby. It's like pizza. It's all good. I love it. I'll play shit in my car and I'll smile and I'll smirk while everyone else listens to their fucking stupid hip-hop trap shit. And I'll play Fuck Authority because it's dumb. It's just as dumb as that stuff.
Yeah, it's true. Lyrics are stupid. They're terrible, but fun. It's like break stuff, you know?
Yo, the highs.
Oh, shit. Okay, so that is your number 2. My number 2 is Straight Ahead.
You are the fucking worst. There's no
I don't care.
way. There's no way.
I don't care. I don't care at all.
So, like, literally this entire week was a complete waste of time for you because the only Pennywise that you like doesn't even sound like Pennywise.
So, yeah, obviously your number 1 is Straight Ahead. So, my number 1, is 1988. It's the comp. It's the first
wiener.
2 EPs. I don't give a fuck. I don't because
you're a fucking wiener. It's not. It's honestly not even that good. It's not perfect.
It is that good.
No, it's not that good. It's not.
It is because
it's
it has
typical punk shit.
It has the snotty punk. It has the fun elements before they got super serious, and I fucking love it. Like my favorite song is Maybes. It's just a cool kind of funk tune that sounds a lot like the Vandals in the early 90s. This record Jim doesn't sound like Jim, which is nice. He doesn't have that macho style and sound yet. And it just sounds like a band that's actually having fun. They're still having fun playing music before they get overly serious by the second, third record. So I think these 2 EPs are amazing. I had never heard these EPs before until you made me listen to this compilation like not even a year ago. And
I knew you'd like it too.
And I couldn't believe how good it was.
Yeah.
It was so good. And of course I have it on vinyl because I don't give a fuck. It's fucking fantastic. I have no regrets at all.
Do you have the green colored vinyl?
Yes.
Which matches nothing on the artwork.
On the cover, yeah. But dude, this is fantastic. This is like perfect snotty punk rock from the 80s, 90s.
I cannot believe this is your number 1.
I have nothing bad to say about it.
Your favorite Pennywise isn't even Pennywise, essentially.
Exactly, because it doesn't have that macho sound to it. Like I said, Jim is the worst part of the band.
Which is so crazy because like Pennywise have been kind of like overtaken by like bro culture.
Yeah.
But that's not what Jim is about at all.
I know.
Like his lyrics are so fucking positive. They're so like forward thinking. They're so just like be a good person.
Yeah.
And he like Pennywise hates that these like Nazi fucks come to the shows. They hate that these bro shitheads come to the shows. They hate that these idiot fucking drunk Marines always show up to their shows and start fights. They can't stand it.
I agree. I think his message and his lyrics are the complete opposite of how they're portrayed. But still, his vocals just sometimes they get kind of annoying. It's just the way she goes. I don't know. But 1988, it was a much different time for the band. So yeah, that's my number 1. It's the compilation. So that's cool. So we have anything else on the rankings?
That's it.
All right. Well, thank you all for listening. Go to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, give us 5 stars. Social media, Asinine Radio. You know the drill. Get into it. Stay tuned for the main episode, and that's it. That's all.
Billy Corgan.